Horse Talk TV is proudly brought to you by Jeep, Natural Mobility, Natural Health New Zealand, Salary Trading Company, Sharp Laboratories, Tough Rock. This week on Horse Talk TV, learn about the growing sport of horse agility. Our celebrity trainer Steve Halfpenny demonstrates training with empathy. And come riding in the Okavango Delta in Botswana. Wouldn't it be great if there was a sport you could take part in even if your horse was too old or unsound to ride? Well, there is. Horse agility is a new sport that is exciting and challenging for both horses and their owners, and all the training is done on the ground, not on the horse's back. We decided to take a look at this new sport and find out more about it. Horse agility was created in Finland in 2000 by Kalev Tailanen. Since then, loyal horse agility enthusiasts have been building this fantastic sport worldwide under the umbrella of Horse Agility International. Closer to home, Horse Agility Australia has clubs and training days in most states. We spoke to Jane Lavender, an accredited horse agility trainer, and asked her to explain what happens with horse agility.
Horse agility is taking your horse through a course of obstacles and challenges and tasks that people can do with horses. So you can set up a course of 10 like in a competition, or you can just play in your paddock with plastic bottles or warning cones or anything you like, jumping over obstacles and things like that.
This fun approach to training horses and ponies has attracted horse owners everywhere and has become a worldwide sport. Horse agility is great for older horses who may not be able to be ridden anymore, as well as young ones that aren't old enough to be ridden, and those who are too small to ride, as well as owners who want to have some fun out of the saddle.
Anyone can have a go. It's really versatile. Everyone, children, elderly people, older horses, injured horses that are not really able to be ridden but can still have fun with a human and have a partnership going and even go into an international competition now.
Horse Agility Australia has over 30 groups operating in Australia and runs many clinics where trainers can help guide horse owners through the various levels and certificates. Horses start out on a lead and advance towards liberty work without any restraint. Like dog agility, there are some basic rules, such as during a competition, the handler is not allowed to touch the horse but can guide them with their voice. Handlers can also use body language such as hand gestures to communicate with their horse. Many of the obstacles are similar to those used in dog agility courses, such as the weave poles, where horses weave in and out of a series of poles, as well as a bridge built strong enough to safely hold a horse, a seesaw that tilts as the horse walks over it, and many other obstacles that challenge both the horse and their handler. Horse agility is a wonderful way to build a quality relationship with your horse.
I enjoy spending time with my horse. It doesn't have to be ridden. We're actually working on a partnership together from the ground.
Other benefits are it keeps your horse's mind active and learning, and it's a great way to meet others who want to develop their horse's potential without riding.
Definitely love the social side of it. I love socialising with other people, especially like-minded people. A lot of new challenges and things that I might not have been able to imagine doing myself. There's other creative people that think of new things to play with.
There are many challenges to keep horses and people developing their abilities and going beyond what they thought was possible.
Some of the challenges in horse agility would be, especially for my horse, is things over her head. She gets a little bit claustrophobic with things like that, so it's really good for us to work on that, and there's a lot of that in horse agility with streamers and the hoop jump and stuff like that, and so it helps build trust in our relationship.
Our biggest challenges are finding enthusiasm, getting a little bit more interest in what we're doing. For Billy is a big challenge.
For those who want to go to another level with this sport, Horse Agility International provides clinics as well as competitions around the world. Handlers and horses can test their skills against each other on carefully designed courses, making this an internationally competitive sport.
The actual sport of horse agility started with Vanessa B who lives in England, and she created it as an international league.
You can even start doing horse agility at home and compete internationally by videoing you and your horse.
I'd encourage people to start their own play groups for horse agility. You could be playing in your own paddock and you could set up a few simple obstacles for yourself and your friends. If you want to compete in horse agility, you can do it online through video competitions, which is fantastic, because then you get to compete internationally.
Horse Agility International also run clinics as well as competitions. Handlers learn the skills needed to work with their horses so they can train and compete with the horse fully controlled but running free without a lead. This shows the remarkable bond that can be built between horses and people. They start the groundwork on leads and train towards liberty work. Whether you want to have fun at home with a horse that can no longer be ridden, or compete locally or even internationally, there's no doubt that horse agility is an exciting and challenging new sport for horse people young and old. Horse Talk TV's Road Tested Breed is proudly brought to you by Harness Racing Australia. Trotting races began in America over 400 years ago, and standardbreds were bred from a mix of many breeds, including thoroughbreds, hackneys, Morgans, Canadian Pacers and Arabians. Harness racing is a huge sport in Australia. Standardbreds are a very popular riding breed. Versatile and tenacious, they excel at jumping and endurance and are also the choice of many pony clubbers and adult pleasure riders. They have an exceptionally kind, patient and good-natured disposition, so are suitable for beginners or nervous riders. Retired harness races can cost as little as $500, while unraced standardbreds, bred specifically as riding horses and trained under saddle, can cost many thousands of dollars. Often, buying a retired harness racer can save it from being sent to the knackery. Standardbreds are sound, sensible breed, suitable for a wide range of disciplines, and standardbred clubs offer friendship, competitions and social activities for the standees and their owners. For more information, go to Harness Racing Australia or the Standardbred Pleasure and Performance Association of Victoria. To download your free fact sheet on standardbreds, go to horsetalktv.com.au. The best partnerships in the world need taking care of. With this in mind, each week Horse Talk TV examines horse and rider health and well-being. Horses evolved on a diet of grass and seeds, which is high in fibre and oil and low in sugars and carbohydrates. Modern pastures lack many of the essential nutrients that horses require, and our modern feeding habits that use grains and sugars can aggravate many intestinal and general health problems. The right diet can help treat these problems and even prevent problems from occurring at all. Blue Chip Feeds, the market leader in feed balances in the UK for the last 15 years, are now available in Australia. Their feed balances can improve the forage digestibility of pasture by 100%, and they make feeding simple, economical and more natural for horses and ponies. Blue Chip Feeds have developed feed balances that are unique. They are rich in nucleotides, which help build healthy cells and repair damage, as well as pre- and probiotics, antioxidants, oils, and an essential range of natural vitamins and minerals. For pleasure and show horses, or for horses that need to gain weight, adding a small amount of Blue Chip Original to their diet can decrease the amount of expensive hard feed they need, while increasing their overall health. For horses prone to laminitis or founder, adding Blue Chip's Lamilite is recommended by vets, nutritionists and farriers. High-level performance horses can benefit from Blue Chip's Pro Feed Balancer, which has a respiratory and hoof supplements and helps with stamina, muscle tone and recovery. You can help protect bones and joints in performance horses and young stock with a joint supplement such as Blue Chip's Dynamic. By using a feed balancer, you can save money while improving your horse's health and treat many of the modern illnesses suffered by horses. To find out more about Blue Chip Feeds, visit bluechipfeed.com.au or visit horsetalktv.com.au and follow the links.
Livamol continues to be Australia's leading coat conditioner for more than 50 years. Livamol is a proven formula with ingredients selected for their ability to improve coat and skin condition. Combine this with the Livamol grooming range for simply unbeatable results. For weanlings, yearlings, show, stud, stock or racing animals, whenever they need to look, feel or do their very best, Livamol is the secret. See the difference in just 14 days.
When he's trapped, the quiet horse you love so much could kill you. The Equine Emergency Rescue Book is a must-have for every horse owner and shows you and rescuers how to stay safe during a rescue and how to avoid strangling, drowning or dropping a trapped horse. available from equineer.com and horsetalktv.com.au. There is something awe-inspiring about discovering scenery from horseback. Join us as Horse Talk TV takes you to some of the most breathtaking horseback holiday destinations around Australia and the rest of the world. Kate Pilcher from Globetrotting shares with us her exhilarating horseback safaris in far-flung countries. Today we look at Kate's guided riding safari in the Okavango Delta in Botswana. Kate, we've seen your amazing South American and Kenyan safaris. I'm sure the Botswana safari must rival these in amazing locale and sights and sounds.
Absolutely, Katie. Our Botswana ride is set within the floodplains of the Okavango Delta and is considered the holy grail of horse riding safaris.
This sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, Kate. What sort of wildlife encounters do guests experience on horseback?
That's a wonderful part about riding in the wilds of Africa. One morning riders will creep up on a herd of buffalo or swim their horses across a canal while hippos watch upstream, or tiptoe through a herd of curious giraffe. Every day is different and more exhilarating than the last. The only way to experience the wilds of Africa is up close and personal from the back of a horse rather than in a four-wheel drive.
Tell me about booking with Globetrotting.
Katie, we're a booking agency that specialises in horse riding holidays and guided group rides to countries as far-flung as Mongolia to closer to home in Australia. The important thing is there's no booking fees when you book with Globetrotting compared to if you were to book direct. But the wonderful thing is I road test these rides extensively and continually to make sure that the standard of rides are second to none.
So Kate, what are the finer details of this ride?
Katie, there are 5, 7 and 10 day departure dates throughout the year and prices start from $770 per person per night.
If you want to find out more about Globetrotting's holidays on horseback, visit globetrotting.com.au or visit horsetalktv.com.au and follow the links. They're the best in their field and prepared to share their insights. Join us each week as Horse Talk TV talks to celebrity trainers via webcam and learn the tips and the techniques of the best of the best. Our celebrity trainer this episode refers to himself as the Accidental Horseman, a reference to chance beginnings that have led to a life's passion. Steve Halfpenny migrated to Australia at the age of 19 and from this moment was on his journey to discover the secrets of natural horsemanship and effective training. Hi Steve, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure, Katie.
Can you tell me about your journey to expert horseman and an advocate of natural horsemanship?
Sure. Well, it became obvious once I met my wife Irena and got married and she got a horse that if I was going to spend any time with her at all, I was going to have to get involved with horses. In a relatively short time, I succeeded in winning state championships in reining, western riding, trail, western pleasure and bridle path hack on Foxy my Appaloosa gelding. Despite the success in the show ring, Irena was never comfortable with the way I did things and would often say there just has to be a better way. It was a frustrating time because I knew she was right and I was not really happy with the relationship I had with Foxy at that time either. The change came when Irena booked us both into a Pat Borelli clinic in 1990. At that clinic, Pat turned everything around that I thought about horses and put the responsibility on the people to find a way to gain a horse's trust and respect. I worked my way through Pat's program and became a Borelli instructor and young horse trainer. I also worked on the foundation and problem horse areas. I travelled around teaching the Borelli program for the next 7 years. I now had the freedom to start teaching and experimenting with my own ideas and developed a reputation for dealing with difficult horses. I realised that it wasn't so hard if you took the time to understand the horse and their perspective. My main focus is on teaching students to develop an understanding of the horse's nature and working with it to get positive outcomes. The first thing we do in training is to establish control with the horse so that we can be safe around them. It is important to keep yourself safe first and then systematically teach the horse to trust you and treat you as the leader. Horses get great confidence being around humans that show great leadership skills. We teach horses that they can move away from us very early in the process so that we can avoid being run over or pushed around by the horse. We then move on to skill that the horse does not know instinctively and he has to learn, like moving away from a field. These are skills that you need to ride a horse. Horses tend to push into pressure, so teaching them to move away from a field relies on you being good at setting up situations where the horse finds comfort by moving away from a feel of your hands when you're on the ground or your legs when you're in the saddle. We build the horse's confidence and comfort by desensitizing it to things that create stress, anxiety or fear, such as whips, noises, fast movements in their vicinity. We have an online learning program and we offer 2 levels of subscription. It's suited to the absolute beginner and upwards. Our silver subscription plan starts at $9.99 per month, and that gives you access to weekly video horsemanship lessons via our online learning portal and access to any free video content on the portal. We also have a gold subscription plan at $19.99 per month. This gives you the same weekly lesson format, but also includes access to help from me via email. You can also post a video privately on YouTube for me to have a look at, either for assessing the Silver Sand skills test or just with help with any problems that you're having with your horse.
Steve, you're a wonderful example of expert horsemanship through harmony and empathy with the horse. I really appreciate your time with us here on Horse Talk TV today.
No problem. Thank you for having me on the program.
For more information on Steve Halfpenny and Silver Sand horsemanship, visit silversand.com.au or visit horsetalktv.com.au and follow the links. Hi, I'm Katie Hickson. This week we continue with our look at the causes of arthritis. Vet Dr. Brett Warren takes a look at a stock horse that had an infected joint and how a natural anti-inflammatory really helped her with her condition.
Natalie, what's Fulo's story?
Fulo suffered a puncture wound to a fetlock joint when she was working on rough terrain. The fetlock became infected, and despite her being treated with antibiotics, she was still lame. Her fetlock joint was still very swollen.
And so what did you advise them?
They contacted us at Natural Mobility. We advised them to start her on Techniflex Equine as part of their management program.
Yes, from a veterinary point of view, the chondroitin sulfate, the glucosamine, the essential fatty acids found in Techniflex are potent anti-inflammatories.
Yes, Brett, in supplementing Fulo's diet with an anti-inflammatory like Techniflex, they were back riding her in no time.
For more information on Techniflex, visit naturalmobility.com.au.
Make the change to Kohnkes Own, the most innovative Australian-made and owned range of supplements. Affordable and up-to-date formulations developed by Dr. John Kohnkes. Available Australia-wide from produce stores and saddleries.
Tubtrugs, the world's favourite super flexible tubs. Virtually indestructible. Stomp them, bend them, fold them, and they bounce back into shape. They're lightweight, strong, safe and non-toxic. They're waterproof, UV resistant and frost-proof. Tubtrugs have thousands of uses around the home, garden and stable and come in a wide range of sizes and colours. Made in Europe, they're built to last a lifetime. Tubtrugs also have a great range of accessories. Available from kittencaboodle.com.au and the following outlets. Tubtrugs, the world's best tub.
Hi, I'm Steve Halfpenny and you're watching Horse Talk TV.
Hi, welcome to Stable Talk, where every week we review the latest and greatest of products and services in the horse industry. I've got some really interesting people with me today here at Stable Talk. I'd like to introduce Ian Corner. Ian's got a really wonderfully helpful little tool called Girthies. Ian, tell me about it. How does it work?
Well, Katie, we know that the 2 hardest things to do for a horse is to shoe it and do the girth up. Well, this takes one of the jobs away and makes doing the girth up very easy. It operates by a simple lever action, and by using the length of the Girthies and its design, anybody can do the girth up to the tension required, no matter whether the horse is tall or the rider or the strapper is short.
How does it work, Ian?
It works by when you put the strap through the buckle on the girth, you just simply break it open, or it hinges open, put the strap through, it pivots against the horse, and as you lift it up, it pulls the strap through and you just put the pin through the hole. And if it's not tight enough the first time, you can have another go at it.
I have with me, as part of my circle of people to talk to today, I've got Sally Walsh from Mataqua. Sal, I love swimming, and I understand that this is a water-based exercise program. I'd love to know more about it.
Katie, it's a program I developed for myself back in 2006. I was looking to get fit again after being a very big gym junkie in my 20s, and I couldn't find anything in the Southern Highlands that I really wanted to do, so I picked up a pair of fins and a kickboard and I went off to the local pool and I developed a program for myself. It's not swimming and it's not aqua aerobics, it's Mataqua. Mataqua means increasing your metabolism in the water. We work the legs, then the arms and the side stomach, so that there's always an available part to you while we're resting another part.
Sal, do I need an instructor to do your program?
No, you don't, Katie. I mean, we have different locations where we have instructors instructing, but you can easily download the program off the website and teach yourself.
With my team of interesting people here today, I have Wendy Garahy, and Wendy is from Supreme Equestrian. Wendy, I'd really like to know what is, I suppose, unique and different about the clothing that Supreme Equestrian have.
Well, Supreme Equestrian have a line by the name of Bella Pony, and it's Australian made as well. So it's very rare these days to find Australian made and hand tailored clothing in Australia. So we have the option to make many colours and many designs of vests and show vests and stocks for whatever our customers are looking for. And quite often customers will call us and they'll give us their measurements and we can make to measure, and there's not many companies where you can do that anymore.
No, it is really unusual, isn't it, that's still available today, to be honest?
It is, and even pony clubs and inter-schools, they come to us with their particular colours and they're wanting quantities of various sizes. We can make all of them for the clubs. So we'll work out your colours, we'll work out your style, we'll work out what colours your pony is, and we'll match you all up and get you out on the show ring.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome. Hey, what are you going to do if my horse is spotted?
We'll do something in spots.
That sounds fantastic. Well, there's a fantastic product out on the market called FoalGuard. And basically FoalGuard is a wireless colour digital camera, and it's suitable for trailers, for stables, pretty much anywhere you want to monitor your horses. FoalGuard allows you to remotely monitor your horses 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world, whether you want to monitor your horses while travelling to an event, while recuperating from an illness or injury, or monitoring a mare close to foaling without having to disturb your mare. You can watch them from the comfort of your own home, or if you're connected to a PC, you can even watch them on the internet, and you know what? You can actually share that with friends. Now, if you'd like to find out more information about any of these wonderful products that you've seen on Stable Talk, go to our website, horsetalktv.com.au. Click on the sponsors' logos and follow the links. Every week on Horse Talk TV, we answer a viewer question. This week, Rachel writes, "What should I feed my orphan foal as he's quite small? Will he grow up normally on formula?" Rachel, I decided to take your question to an expert, Michael Sharp from Sharp Laboratories, the makers of Divedalac. Mike, is it worth the trouble of raising an orphan foal?
It most definitely is. I've spoken to many people who've raised orphan foals on Divedalac, and they're all really glad they did it.
And what is it about the fact that a foal has to have low lactose? Can you explain to me why that is?
The mother's milk tends to have antibodies to the sort of infections which are going around, and that protects the cells which contain the enzyme that breaks down the lactose. Without that mother's milk, then they become lactose intolerant if they pick up an infection.
And I understand that you have some real champions that have been raised on Divedalac.
Yes, we've got two particular ones that there's a horse called Sir Echo that has won the Royal Sydney Show twice, a horse called Casey, which we've featured in some of our earlier discussions, and he's gone on now and is being trained by one of Australia's top horse traders.
Thank you for your question, and for your great effort you've won these prizes. From Sharp Laboratories, a 900-gram tin of Divedalac. From Saddlery Trading Company, a Techna synthetic bridle and saddle blanket. From Natural Mobility, Techniflex joint supplement. From Tough Rock poultice. From Jeep, a Jeep sports cap. If you love horses like I do, what could be better than a channel dedicated to horses 24/7, delivered directly into all mobile devices? The Horse Talk channel delivers you hours of horse entertainment direct into your mobile, your smart tablet, or your ADSL PC or laptop. So go to our website horsetalktv.com.au and subscribe, and you could be watching horses anytime, anywhere you like. Well, we've had some fantastic entries sent into our website for our viewer competition, Make My Horse a Star. This week's winner, Karen, gets some jumping lessons from her horse, Toba. For making your horse a star, you've won these great prizes. From Equine Performance, Moxie Cavallero Extra Fit Saddle Pad. From Saddlery Trading Company, Giddy Up Girl vouchers to the value of $100. From Natural Mobility, Calcitech Calcium Supplement. From Tough Rock Conditioner Plus. From Jeep, a Jeep Sports Cap. Now, if you want your horse to be a star, send your video to our website horsetalktv.com.au. You could be in the running to win great prizes, and you might appear in our next season of Horse Talk TV. Missed an episode of Horse Talk TV? Don't worry, we have the entire series on DVD. Go to our website horsetalktv.com.au for more details. Hasn't it been marvellous to see how the sport of horse agility can give some of our old and injured horses a new lease on life? Now, if you've seen anything in the show you'd like more information about, go to our website horsetalktv.com.au and follow the links. So ride safe, tune in, and we'll see you here next time on Horse Talk TV. Remember to like us on Facebook and join our website, and I'll send you an email about what's coming up in the show. And check out our videos on our YouTube channel. Coming up next week, join Esther Luxford as she travels 4,000 kilometres across Australia to ride for a cure. Learn how feeding horse silage can improve your horse's performance. And equine nutritionist Dr. Jennifer Stewart explains how to put condition on underweight horses.